time is it? 7:35. It's full, so mm. Wahala. I'm having dinner. Good evening. Make I come out this thing. Oh God. Hello. How are you guys doing? Good evening. Welcome to this live stream. Of course, from Lagos, Nigeria. So this is where I typically sit down, like film my sit down videos. Mm, sorry, I just finished filming a video and thought to come live. And it's past time for her to have dinner. I've not had anything to eat since morning. So I said, let me just eat while I do this stream. Because by the time I'm done, it will be probably too late for me to eat. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Ah, it'll be too late. I just hit my elbow on the sharp edge of this table. You guys are used to seeing me just skip, right? When I come live or cook. I'm a very fine girl. Okay, so without thank you guys so much for joining in this live. Please give it double tap your screen to like the live. I will be brief. I promise I'm not going to take so much time at all because I don't even have so much time myself. I still have some chores to do this evening. Okay, so from the top, the title of this video. Hi, Peter the Rock. So from the title of this video, um, house helps. It happens like that. Chimeruche. It happens like that. Sometimes people don't remember to like. Sometimes people don't remember to like double tap the screen. So she's asking why nobody is liking. So it's live. Just like tap on your screen, you'll be able to, you know, thumbs up. Like means this no, this thumbs up. Just just thumbs up the like the your screen for me to like the live. So from the topic already, you'll see that it's just like a trend. Thank you. One more person has thumbed up. So thank you, Nobis. Thank you for the compliments. So there's this page I came across that was earlier this week about somebody. I didn't even know it was a page. I think somebody reposted a video of a girl. The CCTV camera of the family caught the girl. This Hausa girl should not be more than Hausa is a tribe in the northern part of Nigeria. This girl should not be more than, judging from her stature, her mannerism, she won't be more than 17, 18, maybe 15 self. Maybe 15. Thank you, Chimeruche. Thank you so much for the support. Okay, so the CCTV video of the house where she walked in, they have a camera. I'm streaming from Lagos in Nigeria. They have a camera, and that camera saw her go to start. She was bending down in what seemed like a backyard. She was bending down and she put fire, as in she scratched matches or lighter. She lit up the paper. She lit up a paper and took that paper just behind her into a room in that building. That room ended up being like where they keep their inverter and other appliances, fans, some things, some equipment there like that they just use for storage. That room, but it's majorly their inverter room. And we know the light situation in Nigeria, particularly. We know how it is almost impossible not to have like a backup power supply that is not generator. So these things cost an arm and a leg and the leg to be able to buy them, maintain them. This girl went unprovoked, went and started a fire, shut the door, and returned into the house like nothing happened and continued her normal life, continued her chore. Thankfully, they have that CCTV camera and they were able to find out that it was this little girl that perpetrated that crime. And she was handed over to the authorities. When they were asking her now, she doesn't speak English and I don't understand Hausa. She's a Hausa girl. And she was just not giving any meaningful reason why she started that fire, right? So that one pass, as in when the weapon fashioned against you is in front of you will see Shege Banza Kawai. You will see you go see Pepe. They are a necessary evil, but then you have to pick your poison. You have to decide which one am I, which evil is greater and which evil is less. So that one passed though. I didn't really pay because the video was not in English or anything. So that one passed. Only for yesterday, Friday, I now saw what? Yes. Only for yesterday, I now saw a video again. This time around, the another person, another child entirely locked, set the house. This one now is not an inverter room, it's not a part of the house that is separated. The main house, set it on fire, pour petrol, pour whatever she poured, set it on fire with a child, like a 1-year-old baby in the house, and she packed her things and left. She packed her things and left. So it was now, as in, I just remember that earlier in the week I saw a story where somebody threw matches, I mean, lit fire and took it into inverter room to set it ablaze. Then now, just how many days later, you are lighting a house, setting it ablaze, and leaving a child inside. I now realized that it was from the same Instagram channel. It's a new Instagram channel that was created by somebody, an anonymous person that just, if you have had any bad experience, whether you're based in the east, west, north or south, any bad experience, personal experience with a maid, with a housemaid, send in your stories, send in your evidence, send in your video, and they just, sorry about that, I got a call. So she now set that house on fire, packed her things, locked up a baby, and left. So I now was putting two and two together. I now went back to the previous video I saw. It even took me a while before I remembered the blog where I saw that original video, and it was from the same Instagram page. So you just sending your experience, personal experience with video evidence if you have their names, their pictures, and what they did to you. So it's just to make other people aware, like to create an awareness for other people not to. So this particular one now that did this thing to a child, this one that has triggered me, the reason why I set up this live, some comments under that post, the immediate past employer of this girl had nothing good to say about her. She said people were saying that she's working with her mother. This other lady said she so stole from her that she almost made her poor. That she stole so much. How will you steal so much from an employer? To the point that I'm not talking of to go diabolic on your employer. I am not talking about to hack into your employer's bank account and take out all their money. That's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about stealing. You steal to the point that it made your employer poor. So that has just got me thinking, like, why is this a thing? Why will you? Because is it that you're not vetting? What? Yes. Hmm. Everything is yes for now. Is it that you're not vetting the people that bring these maids for you? Is it that you're not doing your background checks? Is it that you're employing people and you're maltreating them? Some people say it's because you're maltreating them that's why you treat them a different way. You treat your children a different way. So when you're not around, they will now take out that evil, unleash that wrath on your children. It is not, it is, there are sometimes, there is no answer. There is no answer because I have lived, I wouldn't even say that I have had a lot of horror experiences because I have not even given any help that I've ever had the opportunity to have so much access to my children. When I used to have living helps, my children were very younger, they were way younger. And there was only so much you could do for me. There was only so much you could do for me. Like you won't brush, you had nothing, nothing to do with my child. And apart from that, I had relatives also living, so that also like helped to balance out. Do you understand? To keep those help in check. Yeah, so village people send their agents in form of house help. Sometimes you just go to one auntie that does not even like you because she's an auntie, a respected member in your family. You tell her, Biko, Chatalum, one person. Then she now goes to her coven, digs very, very deep into the coven, and brings you somebody that will destroy you because she has not had access to you. She has not been able to. She will now bring a tool, a weapon formed against you, and you just keep her there in your house, keep the person in your house. You leave the person, leave your children, somebody that you have not known for so long because a trusted auntie brought them to you. You leave your house, you leave your children for them, and you go to work, spending all day, productive hours of your child's life. By the time you come back, the child has slept. I had one, so I employed that one. That was when I got one job like that. Oh, it's not as if this job was paying me so much because at the end of the day, when you take out transport, when I take out transport, take out salary for these helps, you'll find out that you're just having little to no savings, right? So I now went to the very first one that I hired. Oh, she was so sweet. She was an angel, God. She now traveled for Christmas. And as she traveled for Christmas now, exactly, Peter the Rock, exactly. So as this my first help travel for Christmas, her mother now called me and said, no, I should put her child in somewhere. Let her learn a skill. And then the baby she came to carry was just 4 months old. I asked her mother a simple question. If you tell me to put this girl for work, the pikin wey she come carry, who go come dey na me go come dey carry the pikin wey I dey pay her for? Because you're going to learn skill abi. In the morning when I bathe and go to work, you will bathe and go to your this thing. So that child now that I'm paying you salary for, who will come and be taking care of the baby you're 4 months old oh. That was how I told her, anyway, your service is no more needed since your mom wants you to learn a skill. And now got somebody. Now the person that got this other person for me was somebody that had lived with my sister for very long, so she became family, and we trusted her judgment. You know how somebody is experienced in quotes, and you just say, okay, please help me look for somebody that you know. Fine, she knew this girl, but she did not know her. She knew her, but she did not know her. So this girl came, very nice looking, mature, because if you cannot be smallish, short, and pinchomic, I will now carry you and come and give you work. What will you be doing with that frame, with that stature? You never chop well, you never mature well. If you do work 1 week, is it work 1 week and fall sick 2 weeks? No, no. So this girl was about my stature, dark, very beautiful. I did not know that now, serious. I'm eating dinner now. You guys come and join me. I'm eating spaghetti and fish. I didn't know that I carry who big past me. At the time, her salary was just 25,000. You know, no agents, anything. Of course, she came now. The first thing I would do is to take you for your routine test. I took her, she did the routine test, she passed it. You know, so she started work. Me, I don't like to talk too much. I don't like to interact with domestic staff. There's boundaries for me. I believe so much, so heavily on boundaries. So I'll just print out your chore chart, your chore timetable, and paste where you will see it, where you will not forget. You do it. I had little, very little interaction, and I just preferred it that way. One day, hmm, one day, everything was going on, no indication. There was nothing that. Sure, which kind of AC be this one? There was nothing that could prepare me for what was to happen. She never disrespected me. She never gave me an attitude, even though we were about the same age. Like I wasn't older than her by so much. Beautiful girl, humble, very smart. Did her work without being reminded. So one day it was a weekend. I went to Lagos Island Market. Lagos Island Market is a popular market in Lagos now, very popular market. So I did not drive to the market that day. I came back in an Uber. I've forgotten what I went to that market to buy self, you know. So I came back in an Uber. The Uber parked outside my gate. I called them. They came to help me unpack the things I bought. What did I go to buy at that market? Some bulky things that I went to buy. I don't really remember. Bulky items. So they were unpacking, like unloading the Uber for me. Then I came inside the house, told them to, offload from the boot and from the chair, from the inside the car itself. I now came inside the house to see my children, children, you know, and pee. I was pressed or something. Then by that time, the Uber, well, they were still there. I came outside again to make sure that everything from the Uber was clear, was out. Everything was out. I came inside. They brought in the last things, only for me to realize that when it was time to unpack, because I go with a waist purse. In that waist purse, I had change, like money, not change. I had like money. I had money. I had my cards, ATM cards, in that waist purse, and that was about it. Maybe chewing gum or something else inside it. The next thing, I didn't see that purse again. I did not see that purse again. But I was sure that I came out with that purse from the Uber. I was really, really sure because my phone was also there and I did a transfer. I paid for that Uber fee from my phone. I did a transfer from my phone and my phone was in that waist purse. So after I did the transfer, I didn't put the phone back in the waist purse. I just held the phone like this and entered inside. I was settled when I told somebody to help me get my waist purse. I wanted to unpack or take money. I've forgotten what I wanted to do. Then begin find waist purse. Then begin find waist purse. Since I sit down here, they do this live. They were looking for waist purse. Everybody was looking for waist purse. Where's my waist purse? Nobody seemed to find it. Nobody seemed to know where it was. I said, but I am very, very sure that I came into this house. I came back from the markets with the waist purse. Where is the waist purse? Everybody was looking for the waist purse. Nobody saw it. I was frantically looking, but I wasn't so upset because number one, I could easily block my card. Number two, the cash was not a lot, maybe less than 10,000 naira cash. Number three, I was with my phone in my hand, so there was really nothing of value in the waist purse. But I was looking for my waist purse because I needed the things there. I needed this is for me. Nobody saw the waist purse. I called the Uberman to check. He was not even out of my estate yet to check. He looked around and said there was nothing. It's just to be double, just so that it's not be as if, I didn't, check, use, ask for this thing. He said it's not there, that everything was cleared out from the car. That I know, and I knew he was saying the truth. That everything was cleared out from the car. Fine waist pause tire for where. So I was in my room, still trying to settle down, undress to have a bath and everything. um I was not undressed, I was still dressed, but I was still looking around for this waist pause. So somebody knocked on my door. It was this my help. I now asked her, what is it? In my heart of heart, 1000%, I thought she was just going to give me the waist pause. Like, take, see the waist pause. The next thing this girl said was, Ma, I want to go. I was like, ah. I didn't answer her. I be this one, did you fall on your head? I be something. She was still standing there. She told me, Ma, I want to go. And I said, is everything okay? She said, there's no problem, oh, that she wants to go. I went and told my husband, I said, come on, did you hear what this girl said? She just came upstairs now to tell me that she wants to go. He said he too, he's surprised that as far as I told her to leave now, as she left, it was probably when she came and told him that she also wants to go. Of course, he will not say anything because I don't even know why she came downstairs to tell him, because they don't even to pay salaries. It's me that pays salaries. It's me that pays salaries. So he has not. They don't have anything. Even his phone number. No, none of them ever had his phone number. So why are you coming to tell him that you want to go? I said, so what did you tell her? He was just looking at her. What is he supposed to tell her? She down, and I said, no problem. When do you want to go? She said she wants to go tomorrow. I'm telling you, this was about maybe 6 p.m., 6:30 p.m. that day. She said she wants to go tomorrow. I said, you want to go tomorrow? Is everything fine at home? She said everything is fine, that she just wants to go. Now, this was where I decided to. I wasn't mad, I wasn't angry at all, because you cannot, the worst thing you will do in this life is to make somebody that doesn't want to stay with you to force someone to stay. It always has, but it doesn't always, it never ends well at all. It never ever ends well. And I said, no problem. I don't owe salaries at all. I don't owe salaries. If I have that 25,000 as your salary, if I have 25,500, I will remove your 25,000 and send to you. Hold my 500. Let me know that I have just 500 naira. Right? So that she wants to go. And that was in the middle of the month. She had not collected that month's salary. And I said, so since you're going, how will we do it? Because you know I'm not going to pay you. She said, no, she knows that there's no problem, that she just wants to go. I asked her again, is there any problem? Just because I have to ask. This is somebody that has stayed with me for a few months. She had not stayed up to 6 months. You know? And I remember vividly that period, I was praying. I was praying because if in the first place, the reason I got the job was because we're having like financial difficulties. Like money was just, we had some bad investment, so money was lost. I just had to pick on, a job. I just had to take a job to, pitch in to support my husband, whatever he was bringing in at that time. So, of course, it is from a place of pain that you hold on to God the tightest. So, that whole period, I was praying. And I wasn't praying like every midnight I would come and pray. Just simple, quiet prayers in my heart. I may just be standing, looking at something, but I'm praying. I may be cooking, I'm praying. I will be watching this and I'll just say a word of prayer. I did not know that all those prayers were actually doing something. See, whenever your spirit ministers to you to do something, my sister, my brother, leave whatever it is you're doing and do it. There is a reason. Like, you don't just get ministered to just like that. There is always a reason why, and always trust your instincts and don't push times like that away. Don't push like opportunities to pray. Don't, push it away for a later time. Do it immediately. Immediately that thing falls or like comes heavy on you, you just do it. Yeah, so she waited for the kairos moment, for the moment to manifest. So the next day, she left. She left with wet clothes. She did not, it wasn't a premeditated leaving. Like, she didn't, if she had known she was going to leave immediately, she would have probably washed her clothes the day before, or just go with normal dirty clothes. When she gets to wherever she's going, she will do this thing. She will go with and do what she wants to do. So she had washed, while I was away at the market, she had done laundry, she had washed clothes that were not dry, that were still damp and heavy. She packed the clothes like that, damp clothes, packed it inside a nylon bag, and left. Before the morning before she left, I said, okay, before you go, let me see your phone. Of course, I went through her things. She did not steal. She never stole. I went through her phone. I went through her phone. I said, give me your phone. Unlock your phone. She unlocked the phone and gave to me. Because I had not thrown myself at her, because I don't do nice madam. I'm nice, so I will not withhold anything from you. I will give you your salary. I will give you food. I will give you access to whatever it is you want to eat. If you say you don't want to, if it's cereal that is your problem, eat cereal, use milk, do whatever it is you want to do. But I won't come and shine my teeth with you. I will not do that. Right? So, and I wasn't so much older than her. So, because I had set those boundaries, she wouldn't know what to expect from me at any time. I said, give me your phone. I even thought she was going to say no. She gave me the phone. I went through it. I went through all her social media. Lo and behold, sisters and brothers of God, in her on her Instagram, I was seeing pictures. I was seeing pictures, risky pictures, seductive poses from the house where she had worked previously. Like she was still, I don't know whether she was doing OnlyFans or she was selling those pictures on like all these 18 all these websites that they buy all those X-rated pictures from. She will sit on their countertop, on their marble countertop, and pose like this, open her hair everywhere, pose, wear long wigs. I'm sure it was the wigs from the madam of the house. You know, some houses now, when they just hire somebody, they are out of the house for long hours. But in my house, never. It was never like that. I had a relative living with us. If I'm home, it's because my husband is out. If my husband is home, I am out. Down to even brushing my. If you want to change my children's diaper, say they poo, you will go and get diaper. You will get wipes. You will bring it to where we are. Then I'll change it. Or my husband will change it. You can't brush that thing. You won't bathe them. You won't dress. The only thing you can do is put this here, take this there, do this. So at that time, it was in retrospect, I was now wondering, why did I even keep these people? Why did I house them? Because you are not doing anything for me. You are not doing anything for the child. Nothing, no. She had 57,000 Instagram followers on Snapchat. At that time, I didn't understand how Snapchat worked. So I did not know how to navigate Snapchat. I cannot tell for Snapchat. But she say Instagram, Facebook. If she posts full stop, like she did not, she just post a picture, then the comment caption, if she captions a post with just dots, like full stop, she will have like 100,000 likes on that post. I kid you not. I kid you not. I said, what's with this? I said, who? Like, I didn't need to ask who this person is because I know her. I know what she looked like. And this was the same person that owned the Instagram page. And I'm like, so if you're this equipped, if you have sense like this, if you know you can use social media as a tool to enrich yourself, why did you come for nanny work? And she was looking at me. I said, why are you here? She was looking at me. She said, that's why I want to go. That was I can never forget, like, and that was the last person. That was the last I ever hired. She said, that's why I want to go. So it's not as if I'm a socialite or maybe I am a very, very wealthy person. You know, if I was wealthy, if I had access to the creme de la creme, the 1%, maybe they always come to my house to visit me. For instance, a house like Davido's house or Femi Otodela's house, those people will have like premium visitors. Which one be slay queen under rehabilitation? So if I was a 1% of the 1%, I'll say, okay, you're here because you want to have access to my premium elite visitors, Abi. Nobody they can't find me. I don't even know any very wealthy person. So why are you here? That's what she answered me. She said, that's why I want to go. That's why I want to go. Like, her shots were just hitting bars. Her shots were just hitting bars. So it was after this girl left, I knew how vulnerable, how much I exposed my family, my young children. What if she was, because at the end of the day, sometimes when I just want to have like me time, I just want to rest. She will be with the child now, they'll be with the children. Who is this person? So she'll be with the children and just allow me so I can rest. You know? So my cousin, my sister that was living with me, I always tell you that a relative will always be here to match you, to, micromanage you. So the girl no see room. She didn't see room to act. She did not see room to act. So now, a person like that was vocal enough. She had audacity to tell me I want to leave in the middle of my search for my. Till today, I didn't see the purse, I didn't see the money, I didn't see the card. She had, she was audacious enough to come and tell me I want to leave tomorrow with such short notice. These little girls, these illiterate ones, these ones we don't know, they are just local witches, like local champions in wickedness. They've not gone international. Will not They will not have that confidence. They won't have that guts to come and tell you. They may have been doing something. They may have been. They may have been doing. Please don't blame me. Anybody can work as anything. After all, the person I worked, my boss I was older than her, so anybody can take on a job. And I prefer them mature so that I won't have to come and start shouting too much, come and start talking all the time. You're shouting, you're talking. So that was just my own personal preference, right? And that's just why I preferred. Yeah, very exactly. He really helped me. So some of these younger ones may not have the audacity to come and tell their boss, I want to go. Mm-mm, they won't. So what they do is that they will now strike. They will now strike, eh, heavy. And these are the strikes. Sometimes you will see them putting substances like deadly substances in foods. You will see them using toilet water. Like they do all sorts. You will see them aggressively beating a child. Like aggressively beat up a child. They'll do all these things, and it is only when they get caught, when their cup gets full, that is when they will now be sent out or be arrested. Sometimes the employers are not even lucky enough. Sometimes they end up with so much loss of life, loss of valuables, and it's already too late. It's already too late. So this Instagram page just publishes all these evil girls, all these little ones, and even their bosses self that bring them. Some of them work with all these agents. They're like their chairmen, their bosses that puts them in houses. They work with them. You will still finish stealing, you go and give to him. Then they'll find you small thing at the end of the day. They just look for you, sort you, then move you to another house, and they just keep recycling these people. They will make sure they go round to houses where they have assets, valuable things. So what can be done now? Vetting is very important. Make sure the person it's gives a certain kind of comfort when these people you know them up to their houses. They may not be able to, even if they have that intention, they may be able to carry them out, because they know you may come for their parents, you may come for their siblings, and even if they go back home, you know where home is. So it is very, very necessary to vet people and reference. Always insist on knowing where they work, the last place they worked, not just them giving you any bogus name or address or phone number. Make sure you follow up. Make sure you follow up with the names of their previous employers. Make sure you follow up with the addresses. Go and visit them and let them tell you from their own lens what their lived experiences with the people you're about to hire was. They will tell you, and based on what they tell you, the decision now lies 100% with you, right? Listen to your spiritual, like, be spiritually alert, be spiritually sensitive. Sometimes they may be good to a place, or they may not have ended up in, like, on bad terms at their previous employer's house, because they did not see chance spiritually there, they did not see chance physically there to do their this thing, so they just played it nice, bid their time and signed out. So that when you now go to that previous employer, she will only have good things to say to you about them. Now imagine if you're now slack spiritually, they now come to you. That's the main place that they have come to act. The main place. Then you're porous spiritually. There is a lot of cracks. They can come in and strike because you're not spiritually sensitive. Be spiritually alert before you employ them. It's not enough to do just those physical checks. Make sure to do the spiritual check as well, because it is important. One influencer made a post last week, lifestyle the clutter pundit. She made a post about somebody asking her how they do it, like one madam asking how other people do it, that she's not comfortable enough to allow her domestic staff, to come and clean up her bedroom, because her reason was because she has valuables in the room. And then the first thing that crossed my mind was, but you leave your children with them. What is more valuable than your children and life? Like, you don't want them to steal your gold and your diamond. But to the point that you're now doing work that you're supposed to pay them, that you have paid already for them to do. You're now doing the work because you don't want them to have access to your bedroom, but you're leaving your children with them to go to work, to go for events. Make it make sense. Like, are you not a stupid person? Are you not stupid? If you can trust them enough to leave your children with them, to leave your future with them, then you should trust them enough to clean your room. These are just valuables. They can be replaced. They can be replaced. And if you feel like you have something that cannot be replaced, you can put it in a vault, in a bank. So that's how people have prioritized things. They know, they just miss label or miss number things in inappropriate positions. We should know what comes first. And then to what extent do you give them this liberty? To what extent do you give them this freedom? Because see, if you like, be the most easygoing, happy-go-lucky person. Anybody that has bad intention towards you will execute it to the fullest. They don't care about you, just like you shouldn't care about. Look, they know by default they are programmed to see you as a as an outsider. You are not their family member. You're not their parents. You can't love them the way their parents love them. So they already come in with that mindset. So whatever it is you do, bend over backwards. They will see it as you're doing it so that they never hurt your child, so that they always remain good and loyal to you. So treat them the way they should be treated. Be professional, like, be highly professional with them, and be discreet. Don't open yourself. Don't leave yourself anything about you. Your people know anything, any secrets. Some people have started terming them as sisters. You don't know where your sister is. If you don't have sister, you will not go and look for one orphanage there and be contributing to, and make all the orphan children there your next of kin and your sisters. These people are not, I know that there are exceptions, but treat them accordingly. I'm not saying maltreat them, oh. Treat them accordingly. That firmness, that strictness, don't blur the lines. Don't blur the lines at all, because that is when you now begin to become lax. You now become too comfortable with this person in your house, in your space, and you become too trusting. And remember, it is when you relax, when you let your guards down, that is when the serpent strikes. That is when the serpent strikes. So all these things are Just guy exactly, don't be wicked and too nice. You That's just what I said. Don't you are not their friends, you're their staff. Would you go to your workplace and go and sit down with your boss and say, ah, come make I gist you and all that? Don't form any familiarity. Let there be clear set boundaries. Clear set boundaries. There are some you just will not be able to do it. So all these things are things that just make them uncomfortable. They will just pack their things one day and run away, or just like minded come and tell you boldly that she's done, she wants to stay, and she just honorably takes a bow, and we call it a day. So I don't know, people have more horror stories I've heard. I don't just want to trigger anything this night. Even this whole one self where I don't talk, fear don't they catch me because my husband is not around. I'll sleep alone this night. I'm even almost getting scared self. So please, let us be very, very sensitive. Let us be alert, and we are our brother's keeper. Also, look out for your neighbors. Look out for your neighbors. Look out for your neighbors' children. We are each other's eyes, because somehow it will be paid forward for you as well. You know, there are predators. There are people everywhere that are just looking for ways to come in to and just attack and just cause chaos and just destroy homes, destroy families, because the devil knows that the family is the bedrock of any society. If they are able to attack, to penetrate a family, forget the future of that generation, the future of the society is compromised already. They are very badly raised children now because parents are too busy, like irritatingly too busy to parent. They have outsourced parents to every capacity you can think of. There is no capacity. Like where I worked, there were children. Do you know that? Let me even talk about this. Do you know that there are nursery schools that have boarding hostels? I have one not very far from my house. Children from age 3 are boarders. Children as young as 3 years old, nursery one, there's a hostel for them. Parents are now outsourcing it to every, you will hire somebody. So because you hired a help, then that help has become the parent to your child. So even when we have these helps, there are some things that should be off limits. There are some things that should be off limits. If I had a bigger house, the help will not even live in this house. You will just come in like clockwork, you sign in like proper paid employment, wear your uniform to keep it professional. You do your work, stay out of my way. Stay out of any place that you shouldn't be at, and go back to your quarters at the end of the day. If that was what my reality was, that's exactly what I would have done. And just go out of your way. And it is even at the end of the day, the reason I got the job, to save money, was not even working. It backfired. Number one, when this person left, that is when you realize that you don't even know who they are making friends with around, that they will now take your things, sneak it out, and be dashing people, be doing saraka with your things. You that is buying in bulk to save, oh, you're buying to save up money, to have savings. You're buying to get yourself out of poverty. You're buying in bulk, and they feel like because it is here, they have no respect for property. They have no respect for things that you've bought. They're wasteful. They are so wasteful, so wasteful. As much as I was a micromanager of these people, like I micromanage every single thing, every single thing. So to an extent, I thought that okay, I had things in place, I had good systems in check to curb out any excesses. But girl, when they left, when this person left, I can tell you for a fact that the difference of what was left after salary, after from my salary, after I paid salaries, after transport, the savings was just little to nothing. Was little to nothing, because when I now figured out how much waste, when I was able to do my debt, how do they call that thing, debt recovery, yes. when I did my debt recovery at the end of every month, you will see that normally, if you are supposed to go through 2 packs of detergent, I was going through 4 packs of detergent. If I was supposed to go through 5 packs of milk, I was going through 10 packs of milk. In every aspect, in every way, because these people, they know that you're not their family, so they are wicked with even resources. That is plain right wickedness. Because the first thing I'll ask you is, if now you buy this thing, how would you use it to achieve maximum efficiency? Just imagine it was you that bought it with your money. How will you make use of it so that you have maximized efficiency and also delivered on what that product is supposed to do? Then you will now show me. If it doesn't sit well with me, I will show you. I will show you by example how to do it. And we keep it going. So that's just what some of the tips I've thought about. You won't know how much wasteful, how much. If you see these people where they are peeling yam, where they are peeling, hey, you buy fresh tomatoes, you buy your tomatoes and tell them to sort through it. Once they see tomato with a dot, with a speckle, pshum, dustbin, pshum. You tell them to peel yam that they will peel normally. They will peel the yam that the circumference of the yam, the diameter of the yam that is peeled, what is left after peeling. You ask yourself whether this is yam or Irish potato in width, in circumference. So wasteful, wickedly wasteful. And at the end of the day, what was I even saving? It's not somebody that told me. The way I resigned from that job, like a pro, according to Peter, I checked out. Me too, I checked out like a pro and came to manage my home. I came to be boss, to do the position, to take charge of my home. And that's just my own lived experience. It is my own. I have a lot of stories from other ones. So both the ones I had growing up. I'm not even going to talk about the exploitation of children that are being sexually molested, sexually harassed and abused by people that live. That story for another day. But that's just the extent to which I want to take this today's live. I thank you guys so much for sticking with me. Thank you for staying with me. Thank you, Peter. Thank you, Daniel, for commenting. Thank you, Chine Chereya. Thank you, Chimerucheya. Thank you, Nobi Stan. Thank you, everybody, for sticking with me. I'll see you in my next. Have a pleasant evening. Sleep well. May God protect you in your sleep. Wake up strong and healthy in Jesus' mighty name. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Have a good night. Sign out.